sounds good to me. I don't know what to say. Yeah, if somebody's just going to give Workers Diner Inc. a lot of money. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to doing this, which is specifically that you don't have an angel investor. You don't have Jack Nicholson come in and you be like, yo, I gave you $300,000. How come the ketchup isn't the ketchup you told me you were going to get? It's supposed to be organic ketchup. What's going on? I want my money back. Obama style is a little more democratic in the true sense of, like, you know, you have 200,000 people. There's no one person who's really lording over you. I mean, somebody can be upset, but they're just number two. They're just 199,999.
And guess what? They're going to be eating a lot of meals at the restaurant.
And hopefully they'll be coming by. The more shareholders we have, the more people that will want to come by the restaurant as well.
So I do want to sell my shares. How do I sell them?
So that's what we have.
Exchange, or do I have to, you know,
Send me
hand
a
over
check.
my certificate?
58 Kenmar Street, number 1. You write this down, New York, New York. You send me a check.
No, but I want to sell my shares to someone else. I don't
You want to? Oh, you don't want to
I
buy
bought
my
shares. I bought $500
After
worth of
all
shares.
talk and tell giving you don't want to buy my shares?
No,
No.
we're assuming I have. And, you know, I've got my 500 shares, and I need to put the money somewhere else now. And I found a buyer. You know, how do I sell my shares?
So I think there's a lot of options. We could do a whole session on the secondary trading issue, but the simplest way would be that you would just notify the company, and they would, you know, maybe have a transfer agent that would keep track of who all the shareholders were.
It's like selling it would be like a little bit like, I mean, you probably couldn't list it on eBay, but it would be like selling an iPod to a friend, like a used iPod.
Yeah, it wouldn't be listed on an exchange.
Yeah, you're not selling it back, you're not putting it on an exchange. It's really pretty low key thing.
The shares won't be registered.
And eBay probably wouldn't be interested in selling them.
Well,
I doubt that
Unless
eBay
they
would
become
sell
an
securities.
Yeah, I don't think you could do anything. But maybe, but the point of but this it is an interesting question, because like the next, once we do this direct public offering, and we're like satisfied for today, and then the human drive kicks in to be dissatisfied and want an even higher accomplishment, the next thing would be to develop trading platforms online where you could do stuff like that.
I think I have Mission Markets, which is a really innovative new company that's working on developing a secondary trading platform for these types of securities, and they will only work with socially responsible businesses. So our goal is to, we didn't even talk about this, but once we have all these DPOs done, then to actually have this place where people can buy and sell them, and we could keep it local. Like, you know, I can only buy and sell shares for California companies, or maybe even just Oakland company. You know, you can, because of their technology, you can limit it geographically, so you can really keep your ownership local, which is pretty cool.
So, what about the logistical challenges and the fees associated with actually like physically paying out the dividends?
Yeah, we were having a conversation about that Friday night. If I'm paying him his 32.5 cents in dividends, and I'm paying 44 cents on the stamp, it's kind of sucky for me.
Yeah.
And we're still working out those details, to be quite honest.
A lot of companies will have minimum investments. It's pretty common to have a minimum of like $1,000. I know Chris doesn't want to do that, but a lot of companies will do that just to avoid that.
Do you have to pay out dividends? Can I ask a real quick follow-up? Do you have to pay out dividends? Can you just be like, yeah, you're just investing $5 and you get no dividends, and maybe we'll pay you someday?
Well, that's the beauty of preferred shares, is we're not legally obligated at the end of the day to actually give those dividends. We want to give those dividends out of fairness, but at the end of the day, we could say, I mean, technically, we could say the business just didn't do good this year, we can't pay dividends this year. Another question I have in line with that is like, can we send out a piece of paper to somebody saying, check the box if you just want to have your dividends automatically reinvested, thereby saving us the stamp to pay you your 32.5 cents on your cheap $5 investment? Couldn't come up with more than that? Come on. No, but that's a question I have to Jenny. I don't know quite yet.
Could you have a minimum dividend payout where if it's less than $5, say we'll just keep it on account until you get to $5?
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, I've seen co-op
solving problems
that
already.
do that.
Solving problems
say
already.
if your patronage dividend is less than a certain amount, that
Yeah, you could require that the dividend be reinvested and not paid out.
Yeah.
Unless
it's over a certain amount.
Or until it reaches a certain amount, yeah.
Different question, just background on workers' development, and like how did you finance yourself doing all the prep work you did at this point? You could do the
I'm going to school and I'm taking out student loans, and that's how I pay the rent.
Can you say 3 sentences about what
workers development is just my face for saying what I'm doing as a worker co-op developer. That's it. It amounted to me walking 10 blocks to the county clerk house and registering myself and my business partners as a partnership. There was I think we put $150 into the into our workers development bank account so that we could send a check to USFWC for membership or something like that. I mean that was it. There's not going to be any money for me until I see a single successful worker cooperative off the ground and running for a year, and then I'll feel like I've earned my developers' fees, which I probably won't even. And this is aside from the matter, but I probably won't even put it through workers development. I'll probably just have a check written out directly to me. And then Sean.
I was wondering what the concrete paperwork that an investor has to fill out is, or can I just like go on?
It's like a one-page thing. It's like a one-page thing that comes at the end of the prospectus, the offering literature. Just a one-page document at the end that you just. I mean, we haven't actually typed it up yet, but it's going to be. I think you just sign your name on it, and you put a date.
Certify that you're a resident of the state.
Certify that you're a resident of New York State, and then you attach a check, and then you mail it in. I think that's about it.
I'm sorry. Can people do it online, or is that?
That's another question which I'm actually interested. I mean, honestly, wouldn't it be delicious if you could just like click here, automatically downloads the PDF, and then you click here checking that you received the PDF and that you've read the PDF, and then you click another button that PayPal's the money to us. Right. That would be awesome, and I'm definitely investigating that.
I think you could.
And she's thinking that we could, so that would be really fast. I feel like there's maybe a news.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if you guys want to move it on to the next presentations, and we can do more Q&A at the end. I feel bad for the next presenters. I feel like we're probably.
About 40 minutes, so.
What do you got?
Kind of running low.
We're kind of running low. You want to save the rest of the Q&A to the end and let the other presenters present, and
Good
we'll
idea.
talk more. Okay, excellent.
All right. So if that was a really exciting flavor of